Up-and-coming players who are ready to break through. The World Cup is the most star-studded football event on the planet, where the best deploy their skills to steal the show and make their nations proud. It's also the stage where next-gen revelations are discovered. Players like Pelé, Müller, Podolski and Mbappe were quick to print their names as the best young players in different World Cup campaigns. This year's edition in Qatar is already in the news for several reasons. $220 billion. That's the amount that Qatar has lavished on this year's World Cup. 20 times the amount that Russia spent to host the last edition in 2018. Staggering, isn't it? So when such a huge amount is spent on hosting the competition, it is worthy of all the hype and anticipation that it receives. This World Cup will break records, set milestones and see new kings of the game crowned. Shortly before the World Cup in Qatar, FIFA announced Barcelona's young star Gavi as the winner of Europe's Under-21 Copa Trophy. He edged out the other 9 players in this list to claim the award. On the biggest stage of all and at the centre of the world's attention, these young stars are ready to make a name for themselves, and there is no better time than now for these new talents to rise from the shadows of the Messi and Ronaldo dominance that has ruled football over the last 10 to 15 years. So without further ado, here are the top 10 players to watch out for in Qatar and the reason why they are thought to be the next big thing in football. Number 10. Issahaku Fatowu. You will already be familiar with stars like Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. Well, get ready to hear more about Issahaku Fatowu. Fatowu has been described by the British news media as arguably the greatest African prospect of his generation. He was named among their Next Generation 2021 after an impressive run as the captain of Ghana's under-17 teams. 16-year-old Fatowu was promoted to the under-20 team, where he helped Ghana win the AFCON as the best player at the tournament. He has a stunning left foot as well as amazing pace and power. Fatowu was signed by Sporting Lisbon, where he will now develop in the same academy that Cristiano Ronaldo did. And since August 22, when he made his debut for Sporting, he has been highly impressive. Back in September 2021, he established himself in the Ghana squad by making his senior international debut. And at just 18, he is the 4th youngest player at this World Cup. This young man has the tools to amaze the world and break out as a big star. Do not be surprised if a big team in Europe pays his €60 million release clause pretty soon. He is that good. Number 9. Youssoufa Moukoko. Moukoko is a Cameroon-born player that represents Germany at international level, and he is currently one of football's hottest prospects. Moukoko made headlines on November the 23rd when he became the youngest German player to appear in a World Cup Championships at just 18 years and 3 days old. However, this was not a surprise to many that are already familiar with his career progress. At just 13, he played for Dortmund under-17s, and at 14, he played for their under-19s. He scored a stunning 141 goals in 88 games for both youth teams combined. A day after his 16th birthday, he became the youngest player to play in the Bundesliga, and 17 days after that, he debuted in the Champions League, also as the youngest player in the competition's history. At 16 years and 28 days, he became the youngest Bundesliga goalscorer. Following Haaland's move to Man City and the unfortunate illness of Sebastian Haller, Moukoko has provided the firepower at Borussia Dortmund this season, scoring 6 goals and providing 3 assists in his 14 appearances. Number 8. Karim Adeyemi. Adeyemi is another Borussia Dortmund youngster that's ready to take his chance at the Qatar World Cup. Everyone that has seen him play is full of praise for the 20-year-old forward. He recently won the Under-21 European Championships with Germany, before making his full senior debut, scoring a goal against Armenia. Karim has shown he can be ice cold in front of goal, and that he plays with lots of self-confidence, Flick said after Adeyemi's debut. He's still got loads of work to do, but he does his thing very well. His summer move to Borussia Dortmund has helped him to connect better with Flick as well as other stars in the German national team. Therefore, it isn't a big surprise that he was named in the World Cup squad. And when he gets his opportunity, he may be able to surprise the world. Number 7. Xavi Simons. The fact that this outstanding young talent has already played for Barcelona and PSG at just 19 years of age really shows how much potential he has. Both teams must really feel bitter for letting him move on a free transfer. In 2022, Xavi Simons has been a revelation at his new club PSV Eindhoven, showing Barcelona and PSG what they're really missing. 14 goals and assists so far is a great way to repay the trust that PSV head coach Ruud van Nistelrooy has in him. Simons is constantly reminding us that he is still that wonder kid that was named on Goal's Next Gen 2020 list of 50 best wonder kids. Simons has already represented the Netherlands at youth levels, and it's just right that now he has progressed into the senior team. Manager Louis van Gaal is looking forward to reproducing the Netherlands' golden generation, containing the likes of Arjen Robben, Wesley Sneijder and Robin van Persie. So young talents like Simons breaking through are exactly what he's looking for. Number 6, Josko Gvardiol. It can be tricky for teams to trust a young defender, as it's a position where you do not want to take any risks. Experience and composure are not often found in young players, even in some of the best up-and-coming talents. So having a very mature-looking 20-year-old that can play as both a centre-back and a left-back is a phenomenal option for Croatia. Since his transfer from Dinamo Zagreb in 2021, Gvardiol has made 42 appearances for Leipzig. He has scored 2 goals and assisted thrice. 13 of the 42 appearances have been this season, and the Croat has played a large part in Leipzig's successful first half of the campaign. Croatia have just progressed to the World Cup quarter-finals, and we bet that this young man is ready for the challenge, as the Croats intend to repeat their excellent Russia 2018 performance, where they famously made it all the way to the final. Number 5, Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes is another 20-year-old defending sensation. He plays as a left-back for the Portuguese national team and PSG. Mendes came through the famous Sporting Lisbon Academy to make his debut for the club in 2020. A year later, he made the Portuguese League Team of the Season and won both the League and Cup with Sporting. In August 2021, Mendes moved to Paris on loan and was an important part of the team that won Ligue 1 that season. He impressed so much that PSG were willing to pay the €38 million release clause to secure his permanent signature. He has represented the Portugal national team at youth level, but quickly made the climb to the senior team and was selected for the squad that competed at Euro 2020. Since then, he has been a stalwart in the squad and will be a key player in this tournament as well. Can he play a key part in bringing Cristiano Ronaldo the much coveted World Cup trophy? Number 4, Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is an incredible footballer. Bellingham, though young, commands the midfield like a prime veteran. He sets the team in motion and does it effortlessly with an amazing level of confidence. You would be forgiven for forgetting that Jude Bellingham is just 19 years old. At such an age, he has amassed 100 caps for Borussia Dortmund. His manager, Edin Terzic, says he is the oldest 19-year-old he has ever seen. There are no obvious weaknesses in Bellingham's game, and he can single-handedly carry a team. He has done so with Dortmund already on the European and domestic stage. Ex-England World Cup goalkeeper David Seaman has reiterated what a special player Bellingham is. He said, "He looks like he's been playing for England for the last 10 years. He's so special for his age." Number 3, Pedri. Pedri has started this World Cup with some inspiring performances for Spain. Pedri won 2 prestigious awards in 2021. The Golden Ball and the Copa Trophy, both for the best performing under-21 player. His manager says of him, "He has just turned 20. He is very young, but shows an unusual maturity in a World Cup. It's a pleasure to watch him play. He can make a difference in any match. He gets along with Gavi, he plays well with Busquets. We have a central midfielder in Spain that is a delight to watch." Barcelona are aware just how good Pedri is. That's why his new contract has a release clause of 1.16 billion. The statement is clear, he is not for sale. Number 2, Gavi. For over a year, Gavi has been winning the hearts and minds of Spain and Barcelona fans alike. It looks like alongside Pedri, they may even fill the boots of Xavi and Iniesta one day. Gavi is on a meteoric rise. He has established himself in the midfield of Barcelona and Spain and may already be considered one of the best midfield players in world football. Just like Pedri did in 2021, in 2022 Gavi won both the Golden Boy and the Copa Trophy. He has also made an immediate impact in his World Cup debut. He scored the fourth goal in a 7-0 victory over Costa Rica, making him the youngest World Cup scorer ever after Pelé in 1958. Like Pedri, Gavi has also signed a new contract at Barcelona. The release clause, 1.16 billion. A deal that Barcelona will hope will keep him at the Nou Camp for the foreseeable and hopefully thereafter for his prime year. Number 1. Jamal Musiala. Musiala is destined to be a Ballon d'Or winner in the future. Born in Germany and raised in England, the Wonder Kid has played for the youth teams of both nations. He actually played alongside Jude Bellingham in the England youth ranks, but decided to switch allegiances to represent Germany, the country of his birth, in senior international football. Despite Germany's poor performance in the World Cup, Jamal has been a joy to watch and has continuously shown brilliant displays. A lot of people foresee an incredible future for the young German. He is already a key fixture in a Bayern Munich side filled with quality, and perhaps he is also the shining light for the future of the German national team. What do you think about our top 10 breakthrough players? Did we miss your favourite player in the list? Let us know in the comments section.